Hello, guys and gals. This is Widow Plays What Ifs here, and I'm back at again with a new series. This is gonna be part 3 of my 300 subscriber special. And y'all might have thought that I was only gonna make 2 of those, but I decided on the last second that I'm gonna make 3 of these. And yeah, this is gonna be part 3 of this series of the 300 subscriber special. And this is gonna be part 0 of what if Deku was the reincarnation of Kokichi. Yeah, Kokichi Osama from a well-beloved video game series, pretty much. As y'all might know the series or might not, I'm not even going to try to pronounce the series because yeah, I'm most likely might butcher the name of the series. So, yeah. But yeah, Kokichi is a well-known villain, pretty much. But if y'all really played the series and you pretty much search very deep into the lore and story of Kokichi, he's not an actual villain. He's not. He wasn't the one behind the whole incident in the third installment of the game. I absolutely love this guy. Like, really, this dude is fucking amazing. I've watched how would I say, a lot of videos today on MHA reactions of the MHA characters reacting of Deku's past life of being Kokichi, yeah. So yeah, I actually don't know if this Kokichi is his first name or last name. I think that's his last name, Kokichi Osama. But that's just gonna be his name that I'm gonna keep. I'm gonna keep Deku's name as Kokichi. So yeah. And Deku's name is gonna be Kokichi, and he's gonna look just like this in the series. He's pretty much gonna be a spitting image of Kokichi in this series. And this is gonna be a straight up image a world with Izuku being the reincarnation of Kokichi Osama, pretty much. So yeah, this isn't gonna be a as crazy what crazy what if that I've been doing lately. I've been making so many crazy what ifs in crazy worlds, pretty much. But yeah, I'm actually just how would I say, 3 minutes, okay. I just thought of this on the last second, like I said earlier. I think I said that earlier. I just started the series like last second because I've been watching those videos and I'm like, yeah, that would be a great what if to do. And I might say, you might hate me, but I never played or watched the games of you know. I'm just gonna call it D. It starts with a D, so yeah. I might get the fucking name wrong, so I'm not gonna even pronounce it, but yeah. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah. But I've gotten deep into the lore of this character. So he is gonna be a compulsive liar in this what if. In the game he had to lie. I'm gonna say. He had to lie in order to get the his how would I say, the game over with. He had to have his master plan pretty much made and completed. So yeah. And if you don't know about his master plan and any of what I'm talking about, then watch this video right here. I'll show you the video. Watch this video. Kokichi did nothing wrong by Plasmite, Bosmyte. This dude right here. As you see that, watch that video and you will understand what I'm talking about. But yeah. In this, what if he is going to take aspects of Kokichi, and yeah, I'll talk about it more in the what if. But without any further ado, let me roll that fucking intro for y'all guys and gals.
I was an infant, kids a fucking monster, I feel like I'm Ben 10. Niggas bug on me and I fuck with your insects. Heard it don't want smoke, get scared of that incense. Feeling like I'm taking, I turn you to past tense. All you pussy niggas, I swear that's your last chance. I'm about my dollar, my niggas don't make sense. Been a fucking sucker since I was an infant. Okay, like Gucci on me, serve it on my collar. I don't fool with snakes, stick on me, stick on me. Yeah, so fucking take favorite hoodie, 444 and camo. She thought it was okay, her favorite king, y'all her favorite king. She said it was red. Yeah, you niggas is trash, reminding me of 6ix9ine. Water my neck, remind me of a riptide. I tie her up, she looking cute and yeah, dick die, she gon' run my dick.
Okay, guys and gals, and this what if, everything that happens is for a reason. And this what if is going to have a couple of twists and turns. I'm going to say, yeah, it's going to be has some twists and turns into this, and this is going to be quite how would I say, an interesting what if. This is going to be more tame than my others, but it's going to be just as wild as my other what ifs, even if it's just a simple MHA world. So yeah, and I'm going to try to change more the events of MHA. So yeah, the events that's going to play out is going to be some of it's going to be the same, while a lot of it's going to be different, cause in this what if our main character Kokichi is going to be, how should I say, 1 year older than what he is in the main timeline, and his personality is going to be pretty much Kokichi. He's going to have Kokichi's personality, you know that shit. It's going to be very how should I say, playful. He likes to pull pranks on people. How should I say, he is very manipulative. Yes, he is very manipulative. He is very good with his words. He is a compulsive liar, like I said earlier. I'm not going to stop that part of him, but there's a few parts of Kokichi that I'm bringing into this because he is going to be part of the Jiro family. His name is going to be Kokichi Jiro. That's his name. Kokichi Jiro. So yeah. He is, I'm going to say, very big into music. He is a very musical person, just like Jiro is. But I'm going to say he's more open about it than Jiro is. And Jiro is going to idolize her big brother. She's going to idolize him. As her and Kokichi will have I'm going to say yeah, her and Kokichi is going to be very close in this what if. Like really. Yeah, they're going to be very close. They're going to be real close siblings pretty much. So yeah. And I actually don't know what his quirk is going to be yet. I know I want his quirk to have something to do with lying or have to do something with the Jiro family. Either one would sound good to me. I want to find a quirk that would fit Kokichi perfectly in this what if. It will fit Kokichi and his place in this what if. And he's gonna be part of the Jiro family, like I said. So yeah. I don't know what I should do with his quirk. Let me think on this for a second, guys. Okay. I know what his quirk should be. It is total manipulation of sound, per se, or at least emotional sound. Emotional sound waves. That's going to be the name of his quirk. Because in every how would I say, sound wave that he makes or creates from his palms or feet, he needs to put his emotions into it. So in every how would I say, sound wave, or every sound wave that he makes, he needs to put his emotions into it in order to create it. And whatever emotion he's feeling at that moment, he uses it to help or create sound waves. And he can put his emotions into music instruments. Just using his hands and feet, or only the how would I say, the first part of his quirk. The second part is him using instruments. He can use any instrument and play any tunes that he wants. He can either put people to sleep. He can hype people up. He can how would I say, he can either use his how would I say, use his instruments with his how would I say, good emotions. The emotions that give up good energy, while the bad energy will hurt you physically and mentally. Well, he plays if he plays the instruments with his hateful energy or emotions, whatever he wants you to feel physically, it depends how hateful or what emotion he is using with his how would I say, instrument. So yeah, it just depends, guys and gals, what he's feeling with his emotions. That's why I'm calling it emotional sound waves. That's the name of his quirk. I've talked about this for 6 goddamn minutes, so let me start off with the what if finally. Okay. Now let's start off with Deku or Kakashi. I'm not 100% sure if I'm getting his name wrong. Kokichi, yeah, Kokichi. Sorry, I'll have to get used to that name. As right now, Jiro's parents. I actually don't know the name of Jiro's parents. If you know their names, please tell me in the comment section. That would be very helpful to me, to be honest. I really like you to tell me the name of Jiro's parents. But yeah, as Jiro's mother is giving birth right now, as her and her husband's holding her hand and trying to calm her down as she's pushing out the baby, as the baby's head finally pops out, as the baby's crying, as the doctor says it's good, the baby's head is out. Just keep pushing, Miss Jiro. Just keep pushing, as she does. As she keeps pushing until Deku finally and fully pops out. As the doctor cuts the cord and the nurse cleans off Kokoshi's mother pretty much, and does all of that. Well, the doctor cleans Kokoshi, or Deku in this case, as he says, "You have a beautiful baby boy," as he sees the beautiful purple eyes that's radiating off of this baby. Like, those eyes are just beautiful. He could get sucked into those eyes. As he smiles while he cleans Kokichi off. As once he said there was a beautiful baby boy, both of the Jiros or the parents both smile as I'm going to say the father. Sorry about that, but the father is happy. The same goes for the mother. So I'm going to unplug this real quick. So yes, they're both happy that they have their first child. As they're happy as the doctor cleans the baby off, and he brings the baby to the mother as she is holding Kokichi. Yeah, she's holding Kokichi right now as she smiles brightly, as her face is a little weak because of all the pushing that she had to do and the pain that she went through. So she's very tired. So her face is very weak, but she smiles as brightly as she can, as she says to her husband, "We did it, honey. We have our first child." She smiles as he says, "Of course. Yes, we do, honey." He smiles brightly at her as he says, "What do you want to name our beautiful baby boy?" As she thinks on this, and she says the name. Our baby boy's name is going to be Kokichi Jiro. As he says, "A wonderful name indeed." As she smiles. As time passes, and not even a year later, Kokichi is 1 year old right now. It is, I'm going to say, a month after his birthday, and I'm going to say that Jiro is born, as he's only 1 year old, so of course he doesn't know anything, as he is still a toddler. So as Jiro was born now, as right now I'm going to say after Jiro was born, time passes, and I'm going to say that Kokichi is 5 years old now, and he was, I'm going to say, playing an instrument one day, and I'm going to say this is the drums. As he is playing the instrument right now, as he's playing the drums, as he is very into it, as he really loves music, as he got that part from his father, as his father is a musician, as he's just playing and playing, as he is using his emotions. He's letting out his emotions while playing the drums, as he is letting out his emotions, and his emotions are of passion. That's why he's letting out passion and happiness, as he is letting this out as sound waves go throughout the house, as his parents hear the drums, but they're feeling the emotions that you know, Kokichi is using right now, or feeling. They're feeling the emotions that he's feeling right now, as they are very surprised, as they think beautiful, as they're just hearing the drums play out right now. As right now, Jiro is 4 years old. Yeah, she's 4 years old and he's 5 right now. As she's still a toddler, as she hears the music being played out by her brother, as she's walking around the house, as she's feeling the emotions that he's feeling, as she feels invigorated, pretty much. She feels refreshed. Same does the parents. As they walk toward the music room in the house, the room with all the instruments, as they should be feeling not hearing a thing, because the room is soundproof, but they're hearing the music still. They don't know what's going on. As they rush to the room, as they're getting full view of Kokichi freaking playing the drums, as he's pretty much bringing his emotions out, all of his emotions. He's letting it all out. His passion for the drums, his love for music, his love for his family, as he's letting it all out right now. As he's just drumming like there's no tomorrow. As they're feeling love, they're feeling passion, they're feeling these emotions. As they're literally being hyped up right now. They're feeling so hyped up. They're feeling, how I say, really hyper. As they felt like they have been so invigorated, it's unreal. As they feel like they can run a marathon right now and they will not feel tired. As right now, Kokichi is too into the music right now, too into his drums. As he's playing the drums with the music right now, as he's pretty much playing a cover of a song right now, as he's doing the drums. Well, I'm listening to this song. As he's just into it, he's sweating. He is just too into it. As I'm gonna say, time passes and he stops the song. As the song stops, as he's breathing in and out, as he's sweating, as right now he looks up and he sees his parents wide-eyed, and they are sweating as well. Everyone in the room is sweating, and they're, well, he's not hyper, but the whole Jiro family, pretty much, his parents, even his little sister, is pretty hyper, I would say. As they just got a boost in stats a little bit, I'm gonna say. That's what he does for whenever he plays music. He can either decrease a stat in someone or increase it, pretty much. As, yeah. His mom and his father were just dumbfounded by what they saw. As they know for a fact that whatever this was, it is their son's quirk. As they are actually very happy. They are ecstatic. As they say, son, you just used your quirk right now. As Kokichi looks up to his parents and his little sister, as she runs up to him, very hyper and energetic like, as she says, big brother, what was that? As he doesn't know what they're talking about. he honestly doesn't know what they're talking about. He says, well, what are you talking about, Mom and Dad and little sis? As his mother says, I honestly don't know, but I think we felt your emotions. The emotions you were feeling while playing those drums. I think we all felt it. And it invigorated us, I think. I don't know. As I'm going to say, because this is the first time he used his quirk, the increase in stats only I'm going to say increase their stats in for 5 minutes. It increased their how would I say, their strength pretty much and agility for 5 minutes. That's all. As he is confused as he tilted his head and he said, "Really? I unlocked my quirk?" As Kokichi didn't really care about quirks that much. But he knows he had, in order to how should I say? He knows that in this world, in order to be a hero, you have to have a quirk. So he doesn't mind quirks. It's just he's not as into quirks as he was as normal Deku would be, pretty much. As he's more into music, but he really wants to be a hero, as he wants to save people from villains by any means necessary. As remember that quote that I just quoted. Just remember that. By any means necessary. Wink, wink. As he doesn't have that same mind yet. He's still a kid. He's still 5 years old. But yeah, as he looks up to heroes like Eraserhead, underground heroes. He really likes Eraserhead and Heroes of the Like, cause they don't do this for money and fame like most other heroes. As he doesn't see heroes like I'm going to say Endeavor worthy to be a hero, as Endeavor is a jackass. From his own words, he will call Endeavor a jackass. As he gets up and they go off to the quirk doctor, as this was the weekend, I'm going to say, and that's why he was in his house. As they went to a well-known quirk doctor, as he is more on the rich side, because yeah, he's a well-known quirk doctor. So yeah, as they took him there, as he got his quirk evaluated, as the quirk doctor says, interesting. Your quirk is very interesting, young Kokichi. As actually the doctor would say young Jiro, actually. As Kokichi perks up as he says, "What is my quirk, doctor?" As the doctor brings him back after doing all those tests. Blood tests, x-rays, and etc., etc. As it took a couple hours to find out what his quirk was. The doctor figured it out finally. As he took the young boy back to his parents and his sister. As he sat in the middle and yeah, I'm going to say that the doctor sits down and the parents ask, "What is our son's quirk, doctor?" as he says, young Jiro over here, or young Kokichi, he has a very powerful sound-based quirk. His quirk lets him buff or decrease blah, 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 blah. I can't freaking say shit right now. My bad. As the doctor says, your son has a very powerful sound quirk. Your son is able to shoot out sound waves out of his hands and feet and do major damage to whatever opponent he sees fit. He can increase the sound or decrease the sound. As right now is very weak, as they both nod, but they didn't feel like that was his quirk whenever he used it. As they said this to the doctor, as he says, I wasn't done yet. That was only the first part of his quirk. The second part is the instrumental part of his quirk. Any instrument he sees fit, he can use his emotions and put his emotions into the instrument, and whoever is listening to the music that he plays, he is, I'm going to say, let me think on this. Oh yeah, be able to increase or decrease the stats however he sees fit. If it's a good emotion, like joy, and a mixture of other good emotions, you get a bunch of increases of stats. Well, if he's feeling a negative emotion or multiple negative emotions from him, you will get, I'm going to say, a lot of negative side effects. As both of the Jiro parents nod, as they say, okay, that's quite an interesting quirk. As they ask, does he have to put his emotions into the sound waves that he uses with his hands and feet? As the doctor says, actually, no, he doesn't. He only has to put his emotions into the musical part in his quirk. The hands and feet is just natural, per se. He can just think of using it, and he can use the quirk. And he can, I'm going to say, he can turn up the voltage or turn the voltage down however he sees fit. But he can only turn it to a certain amount. He can go too much. Right now he is only 5 years old. As they both nod, as Kokichi is very I'm going to say happy. He knows he can be a hero now, and he does have a very powerful quirk. He will have to train it a lot, which he doesn't mind at all, as he's very happy to do so because he loves music. He'll use the musical part a lot, he can tell. As I'm going to say that the Jiro family gets out of the quirk doctor, and the parents tell the doctor thank you, as he says it's no problem. It's my pleasure to help y'all. As they nod, as they leave the doctor, and this is not Dr. Ichiko, because they are not living in that part of town or in that city per se, I don't think. But yeah, as I'm going to say, they go back to they go back to their house, and they Jiro, the mother per se, is starting to fix her dinner for the family. She says, we're gonna fix it. I'm gonna fix a big meal for Kokichi, for him unlocking his quirk, as she says in a happy manner. As Jiro says, yes, Big Brother deserves that. He unlocked his quirk. As both of the parents nod, as she says, I wonder what my quirk will be whenever I unlock it. As Kokichi looks at his little sister, and he pretty much rubs the top of her head, as he says, I'm sure you're going to have a good quirk, little sis. As she smiles and nods, as she says, I hope so. As he says, you already have a mutation. I'm sure you're going to get your quirk. Of course you will. Just look at those little ears as he plays around with Jill's ears as she blushes. Because, Jill a major tundra. As she says Baka, as she tries to punch him, but it didn't hurt him because she's little, and she says Baka, and she storms off while blushing. As Kokichi chuckles a little bit, as I'm going to say the days passed, and he started training on his quirk after the day. After a few days, he started training his quirk. He started to get better at using it. He understood his quirk more, as he's using the first part of his quirk now. As he started to train in the backyard, as he started using the voltage. He started to up the voltage as he's using the quirk. As once he turns it on to a certain level, his ears start to bleed. As he his face starts to scrunch up in a frown. As he turns it back down a little bit, as he says. As he turns his quirk completely off, as he touches his ear, as he looked at his finger, as he sees blood. As he thinks, damn. As he doesn't really say damn, but he would say damn. Yeah, he would say damn. As he walks back to the house, as he shows his parents his ears that are bleeding, as they are all in a worried panic, as they pretty much help him with his ears. Pretty much they pretty much kind of bandage it up the best you can for an ear, as they say, you gotta ease up on your training, Kokichi. We know you want to be a hero, but just don't do that again. Don't go too hard on yourself and make your ears bleed. As he says, I wasn't even okay, Mom and Dad. As he didn't finish his sentence, they said, okay, Mom and Dad. As they both smile as they say, good. As he loves his parents, as he doesn't want to worry them. Like, I need to bring this up. Okay, as I'm going to say that, I'm going to say that time passes. Jiro gets her quirk. Jiro and Kokichi are very close. They're like the closest siblings. As well, they train and all that. It seems like Kokichi is always one step ahead of her. First, he gets his quirk. Well, it is understandable because he is firstborn. But she doesn't like being behind Kokichi. As she tries to train her quirk as much as she can. As they train in the backyard, as their house is pretty big. As their parents' jobs are real good, so they get real good money. As I'm going to say, they live in the suburban area. As yeah, let me think. Let me play this real quick. As I'm going to say that during their years, I'm going to say that they are around 8 right now. They are 8 years old. At least Kokichi is 8 years old. Well, Jiro is 7. As they've had a good childhood. They were had a the family was had a good income. They had a good childhood. Their parents loved them, so they were pretty much filled with love and all of that. They've never really felt or had the bad side of the world happen to them. Nothing bad happened to them so far. And I'm going to have to change Jiro's how do I say origin story or her backstory pretty much, because Kokichi's in this, and I have to change her life a little bit. So something bad is going to happen to them. Actually, right now, actually, as I'm going to say that they're all just having a fun family gathering right now. Yeah, they're just all in the living room. They're all talking about their day. Mostly the kids. They're talking about their day and you know their day in school. Yes, as they talked about to their parents what happened. As Kokichi pretty much told his parents that he showed his friends who his boss, as they all praise him. His friends praise him for his quirk, as he is pretty much put on a pedestal in his classroom, as he is a girl swooner. Girls and guys like him. He's that type of guy that gets on both sides pretty much. It's just like every one of my what ifs. My Dekus are gonna be bi. Just saying, yeah. My Dekus are 100% gonna be bi. As how should I do this? Let me think. Oh yeah, no. As they're just all talking. As there is a news report on the news, breaking news. As there is a villain and hero attack. Well, not really hero, but a villain and hero fight going around. As they see a fight break out. As I'm going to say that this is the fight that All Might and All for One had. And this is 100 times worse, as they are pretty much fighting and throwing each other so far in yada yada yada, as their fight is breaking out in multiple places because of each other throwing each other in multiple places, and their fight is not just in one place. They're just fighting everywhere, as they can't get a good a good licking. Either one of them can get good licking, good hit into each other, as they are just going anywhere and everywhere. They're just causing havoc while they're trying to fight. As and and this the news is breaking out and yada yada. Well, again, things are happening. As couple minutes pass as the chopper shows the area where the fight is breaking out, as Hikoshi and Jiro is Kyoka and Kikoshi are pretty much looking at the area. They say to their parents, "Mama and Daddy, isn't that close to here?" As both the Jiro parents look at the area, as their eyes widen, as they say, "Yes, that's really close to here." As before they know it, there was a loud explosion that they heard in the distance. As right now, all for one through All Might, through multiple houses, causing havoc everywhere. As All Might freaking jumped up as he punched All for One in the face, as he threw him in multiple houses as well. As they're not even thinking of the casualties right now. Or at least All for One is, and he's smirking as he's thinking, this muscle-headed idiot. He isn't thinking about the casualties while fighting me, as he is smirking. As I don't think he would not have his mask right now, as All Might says, "What's with the smirk?" As he just shrugs, as he's not going to tell him yet. As they continue fighting, as time passes and time passes and I'm going to say that yes. All for One through All Might through multiple houses yet again, and this time it hit their house, the Jiro family's house, as an explosion happened in one side of the house, as they see a flying fucking All Might crash into their house and freaking flying past their parents. No, doesn't fly past. He hits while flying into the house into the mother, as right then and there, once the impact All Might impacted on the mother, he flew with the mother into another wall that instantly, her being the one that's going to take the impact, dies immediately after taking the impact for All Might. Yes, Jiro's mom died. Yeah, she dies. Yeah. How should I think this? How should I do this? Yeah, she died. As All Might freaking saw this, as his eyes are widened, as by now All for One walked into the area where All Might crashed into the house. As right now, Kyoka and Kokichi. Kokichi. Am I saying it fucking? Kokoshi, yeah. Kokichi, yeah, Kokichi. as Kokichi is how should I say, crying right now because their mother just died right in front of them, right in front of their eyes, as they see the villain that just walked into their home, as they are completely terrified, and they saw All Might. As right now, Kishi is terrified and angry right now, as Kyoka is more terrified, as she is angry too, but she is more terrified to fight, as she says, "Brother, we gotta run." As right now Kakashi is pretty much standing there, just doesn't know what to do. Well, the father, he tries to fight All For One, as they both see it, and they're saying, "No, Dad," as he is angry, so he let his judgment pretty much fall, as he tried to fight All For One, which you know how that's going to turn out, as All For One blasted a hole through Joe's father, Jiro's and the Jiro sibling's father, pretty much, as he falls to his knees, as he looks at his children, and a tear comes down his face, as he whispers, "Run, I love y'all," as he falls to the ground dead, as both of the kids ran, as they ran out the area, as Kakashi is pissed. He is livid right now, as they are pretty much orphans right now. Their parents just got taken away from them. As as time passes and All Might finally beats All For One. Well, how should I say? Not really beat. They were pretty much on equal terms. All Might pretty much messed up All For One's face. Yeah, he messed up All For One's face. Well, All For One put a hole into All Might's chest, pretty much. So yeah, as All For One got away, and All Might got away as well. As time passes after this incident, and Jiro and Kikoshi have to live on the streets, as they are street rats right now, as Kikoshi is livid at the villain that killed his parents, as he is just livid to the point where he is boiling, but he suppresses his rage right now, as he suppresses it, as he has a calm face, as he looks at his little sister, as she asks, "Well, what are we gonna do, brother?" As he says, "We have to live on the streets now. We can't go into foster care because we'd be separated." As he is very smart for his age, so he is thinking he needs to take care of his little sister at all cost. He wants her to live a good life, as he doesn't care who he wrongs or scams. He doesn't care what happens to him. He doesn't care if he has to pay the bad guy. he will do anything for his little sister. As he does anything he can to. He finds some places, abandoned buildings, for him and his sisters to stay at. For a moment of time. Well, he tries his best to find something he can do. As at first he tries scamming people for anything. As he scammed people for food, he started being very good, and he started being very good at lying, as he could scam anybody of anything. As he started to lie about himself and telling people yada yada this, yada yada that, and making up a sub story for them to give him money. As they would end up actually at first not wanting to do it, but ended up giving him as much money as they can. As outside of his face, he thanks them. Thinking inside, these idiots. As he smirks, in the inside, and he smirks very evilly, pretty much. As you know that evil Kokichi Kokichi face, you know that evil face that he has. As I'll show you this picture later. I'll show you this picture, okay. As he starts to walk around, as he's just pretty much wearing rags. As him and his sister are just wearing rags right now, as he goes into a store, as he steals some clothes for people. As Kokichi looks for his sister, as he looks at her, as he looks at Jiro right now, as she's smaller than in this picture. Yeah, she's smaller. She's 8 years old. She's not how old she is in this picture. But just think of a smaller Jiro, pretty much. As he looks at her, as he thinks she's wearing rags, the same as me. We need to find better clothes. As I know. As he pretty much goes to a store, and he oh no, you don't need to see this picture. No, you don't need to see this yet. No. As he it's just pretty much stealing a hoodie. This exact hoodie right here. As he has an undershirt, and he pretty much he stole a set of clothes for himself, and stole a set of clothes for Jiro. As he stole that perfectly without no one noticing. As he has the sleight of hand. As no one actually saw him steal anything. As he took the tags off of the clothes, and he threw the tags in a garbage can before he left the store. As they left the store in a hurry. As he him and Joe put on the clothes. As they left, no, they're in their abandoned building right now. As Kokichi, I keep getting his name Kokichi, yes, Kokichi. I have to get that in my head real quick. But yeah, Kokichi, pretty much is saving up as much money as he can for an apartment for him to rent out. A apartment that would not say no to anyone. He doesn't care if it's in the bad side of town or in or anything, as he went to some coffee shops around the area that has some computers. As he went to the computers and he searched up some places that would not take any questions to anyone that would come by. As he found a place, as he thinks, yes, finally. As he looked at the rent, and he thinks that's decent, okay, I can deal with that. As he leaves the coffee shop, as he goes back to the abandoned building, as he gets Jiro, as he says, "Little sis, we gotta go." As she just nodded, as he hasn't seen Jiro smile in a while, as they have been on the streets for quite a few months by now. As he time passes, a day passes, and he finally got to the place where he needed to go. He found the apartment complex that won't ask questions, that would just take the money and let them be, pretty much. As he went to the front desk, as he says, "Is this the place that won't ask questions?" As the man on the counter looks at the boy and the girl beside him, as he says, "Yes." As he sees the boy bring out the money, as he says, "Great." As the man looks at the cash, as he nodded, as he gave them the room, and he gave them a few papers, as the boy filled the paperwork. As the man nodded, as he says, as he gives them the key, "The room is yours then," or "The apartment is yours then." As he nodded, as they went upstairs, as their apartment is on the second floor. As this pretty much the apartments that they're at right now is a shabby place. It's in the back side of town, so Kokichi is not expecting much. As he saw as he opened the door with the key, as he looked at the inside the place, as he thought, not too bad, it's perfect. As he looked at Jiro, as he says, "Come in," as she nodded, as he closed the door behind him and locked it, as he says, "This is gonna be our place for now on, Jiro." As she nodded, as she says, "Thank you, big brother," as she says in a sad tone. As Kokichi looked at his little sister, as he had a sad face, as well, as he walked up to her and hugged her, as he says, "I miss them too. But doing nothing won't solve the problem, and moping over it." As Kokichi thinks, "I would do anything to kill or bring down that villain that hurt my family." As while he's hugging her, he thinks that as as you see him open his eyes, as you can see the hatred radiating off of his eyes, as he smirks a little bit, as he cracks a smirk, as he's just thinking the ways of torturing this villain, but he wants to be a hero. Now let's skip a few years. They are now 13 years old, so 2 more years, no, 3 more years until they get into well, for Jiro it will take 2 years. No, 3 years. For him it will take I'm getting fucking confused. As it would only take him 2 years to get into UA, well, it would take Jiro 3 more years to get into UA. So yeah. That's what I was thinking. My bad. Oh, an hour, okay. As they are now Joe is 13 while he is 14, yes. As yeah. As he is just pretty much doing his best, the best he can for Jiro, as they have pretty much made this apartment their own, as they have 2 bedrooms, and they pretty much share everything, as Jiro shares anything that's not clothes with her brother. Well, sometimes he shares his clothes and everything else with Jiro. As he's just walking down the street right now, as he has been doing petty crimes and petty things to help him and Joe survive, as he is pretty much, how should I say, stealing from anyone on the street. He is stealing their money, credit cards, anything that would help him and Jiro survive. As by now he has saved quite a bit of money doing many bad things for the right reason. He thinks doing these bad things will help Jiro in the long run, as he doesn't care what he has to do. As he's done many terrible things by now. Even murder. Yes, but he murders bad people. No one that doesn't deserve it. He still wants to be a hero, even though he's done all these bad things. He would do anything for justice, as he has that birthing desire for justice, as he thinks he doesn't care what he has to do. Even if in the end he has to die, he would do it. And as long as it helps Jiro, or Kyoka, his little sister, he has saved quite a bit of money, enough for him and Jiro to get into UA by now. As I'm going to say that let me think on this, guys. Since the death of their parents, Kyoka and you know, Kokichi, Kokichi have been training their quirks non-stop. Well, Jiro has been pretty much, how should I say, babied by Kokichi because she is his little sister and he wants her to stay pure as much as she can and as long as she can. Well, he doesn't want her to be in any actual fights, anything dangerous yet until she is in UA. He doesn't want anything bad to her happen to her, so he keeps her in the dark with most of the things that he does. As Jill isn't stupid. She knows that he does unsavory things for them to how should I say, for them to survive and live and go to UA. So that just makes her even want to train harder and be a hero to save her own brother from doing these bad things. As this trains her to become even more powerful. This is driving her to become more powerful. As she has a burning desire to help her big brother in any way that she can. As she has pretty much started cooking for her brother. She started doing the chores. She started doing as much as she can for her big brother to let the load off of him. As he is very grateful for that. Let me think. I'll be right back. As I'm going to say that Kokichi during these years have been fully immersed in the how do I say, the underground, if you know what I mean. The he has been integrated in the black market. He has been doing really bad things as he is known from criminals as the prankster. As he has, whenever he does his underground activities, he uses his mask. This mask right here that you see in this picture, he uses this mask as he doesn't wear this yet. He doesn't wear his well-known handkerchief and his white jacket. As he doesn't wear this, he wears this mask with his a hoodie, not this hoodie, but a hoodie that he has. As I'm going to bring this one out. As yeah, Kokichi is pretty much integrated in the underground a lot, so he knows a lot of things that's going on. As he gets does a lot of odd jobs here and there. As he'll kill someone bad for the right amount of money. Pretty much. As people don't really like him because of the nature that he has. As he is always in a lie. He always says lies. Every word that comes out of his mouth is lies. That whenever he talks to villains or other terrible people in the underground, as he is known as the Crown of Lies. Yep, that's his underground name, the Crown of Lies. Yep. As he is, you don't know if he's speaking the truth or not. No one will ever know if he's speaking the truth or not, as he is very unpredictable. a few of his missions, he just killed the person that gave him the mission just because he didn't like them. As he is a very unpredictable person, you don't know what he's going to do next. As people try to avoid him, but can't because he is good at his job. As he hates what he does. He absolutely hates himself with a passion. Kokichi hates himself for what he's doing, but he thinks to himself, this is all for the right reason. Once I get into UA, I can help my little sister even more. And after me being a first year in, me going to be in a second year, she'll be in UA as well. So we're both safe then. As he thinks this. As he sighs, as he just is grateful. Not really grateful, but he is happy that no hero has came after him yet. There is an investigation on who the Crown of Lies is. As heroes are trying to figure out who the Crown of Lies is because he has gained a big name in the underground. He is nowhere near the how would I say, a big shot, but he is a pretty popular celebrity, if you may, in the underground. Or yeah, pretty much the underground, the criminal of the cities. Everyone knows his name. Everybody knows the Crown of Lies by now, as he has a lot of people supporting him and killing villains know that. As the populace knows that he kills villains and no good people. As the villains know him and they are kind of terrified of him. But at the same time wants to get to know him, but knows that every time he spouts his lips might come out a lie. As no one will know if he's telling lies or not. So yeah. As he's starting to tell lies at home, he's starting to shift into a kind of a jackass, but how should I say? Someone that won't take shit from no one. He is someone that is starting to be a compulsive liar. As even if it's on something so trivial, he'll start to lie about it. As he's lied to his sister multiple times over trivial facts. As she says, don't you ever stop lying? Can you even stop lying? As he says, you never know. What am I lying about? And what am not? Why am I not lying about? It's not my fault. I turned out this way. The world may be this way. He said with a with kind of a with a chuckle, as he said, as you know that he said that with his bangs covering his eyes and his mouth smiling, as he chuckled a little bit after saying that, which kind of creeped Kyoka out, as she says, "Big brother, what's going on? You're not like this." As he says, Yes, it is Kyoka. It is who I am now. Wasn't before, but it is now. As he brings his head up to her, as he smiles, as he tilts his head and smiles, as he gives you that he gives Kyoka that pure smile of his, as he says, "Don't worry. Even though I am a complete garbage of a human being, I will try to be a hero, my little sister." As he gets up and walks away, that leaves Kyoka speechless, as she knew that her brother did bad things, but she didn't know he himself thought himself as a terrible human being, as she doesn't know what to do now. As this leaves her on a more of a determined and more of a serious road than on saving her own brother from his own destruction. As she knows from the road that he's going on right now that he's on a road of self-destruction. She doesn't know how, she knows this, but she knows something's going to happen if he continues down this path. As this gives her an even more burning desire to be a hero. She wants to save her own brother. As I'm going to end it there. And I hope y'all liked this part 0 of what if Deku was the reincarnation of Koichi. Yeah, Koichi. And I'm going to say he will start remembering his past life. Because this is a how should I say? This is a reincarnated Koichi pretty much. But it's Deku at the same time. It is Deku, but it is Uichi. It's not fully Uichi, but it's not fully Deku as well. They're pretty much merged, I'm going to say, yeah. Because Koichi doesn't have his memories. And this is someone completely new with his body, so this is Deku. So yeah. Slowly but surely, he will have his memories of his past life. Probably. I'm not 100% sure if I should make it like that, but yeah. I hope you like this what if, and I have big hopes for this what if and my other 3 that I've made. So yeah, I hope you all have a good day or night, wherever your time zone is, my monster family, and peace out.